All right, everybody, it's Adam and Mike with Just the Tips, and it's our monthly accountability meeting for our 2025 goals. So if you're tuning in, thanks for joining us and watching the progress of Adam and Mike and Just the Tips.
All right, and check out the shirt. New threads. All right, that's the Cobra coming to you on our website. So check out the link down in the description below. But listen, dude, we got a lot of stuff to catch up on real quick, dude. That's a lot in 1 month.
We made some moves in April. I'm really excited about it. I really am. And like I said, I think I even said when we did this on April 1st, hey, it's the beginning of the season. We're a little behind right out of the gate. We're gonna have to start making some moves, and we really did. So you got the list of goals right there. Why don't you lay it on us? What was our first one?
All right, let me get into it here.
While you're doing that,
all right.
check out Spring Swing. The Spring Swing by Adam Paddock. Thank you to all those who've purchased already, and you know who you are. Check out the Cobra by Mike. Mike's got the Alpine. Check out Puddles' Lucky Charms. What's the name of
the Lucky Clover?
The Lucky Clover. All right. Yeah. And I got a new one going to drop here in a few weeks. A special one, Mike. I'm trying to work on a tribute to Ben Hogan for Jack Brino.
Yeah?
Yep. So
okay.
Kind of excited
like
about it. Yeah.
Jack's gonna buy
check it
5
out.
of them.
I don't know if I have to call the Hogan
day.
estate. Exactly. Hey, by the way, had the girls golf team today. Maddie and Grace played last night. This is how great Jack Brino is. A legendary pro. Shout out. By the way, this Saturday, May 3rd, if you're in the greater Kingston area, Jack's doing a free junior clinic at Wiltwyck. Just call the pro shop at Wiltwyck and they'll give you the time. But the kids don't have to pay. They just can come up and get a free lesson from Jack in a group. And he'd like to get as many kids there as possible. Nobody's better at promoting the sport than Jack Brino. But he saw Maddie at 150 yards and walks over and grabs me and he says, she's hitting the ball too low. And I didn't think Jack could see that far. But he could see her swing. He goes, she's hitting the ball too far. He goes, tell her if she wants to hit the ball high, to finish her swing high. If she wants to hit the ball low, finish her swing low. Maddie drove the ball like an animal today. Best she's driven all year.
That's awesome.
So shout out to Jack Brino and his legendary advice.
All right, dude. Let's rock and roll, man. Here we go. You ready? My personal 100+ birdies. I'm at 12 right now.
12%, and if we're coming through a windy April, I think you're in perfect shape, and 12%.
Windy is nice. not even the how to describe it. It's been crazy.
You notice the wind never blows the ball.
How are you doing on yours?
26 as of right now, so that's it's like 13% right on the nose. So that's kind of exciting. So you and I really are neck and neck. And I was a little concerned about making that many birdies, but I have been making 1 or 2 around, 5 or 6 a week. And, like I said, I had a 4 birdie a day the one day. That helps, so.
Let's see. We're 100+ rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So between Florida and North Carolina, I'm at 13. You're at 11. Right.
Yep.
Let's see.
So I just checked the GIN app. I only have 2 rounds left from last year that qualify on the GIN. So that's 18 rounds I've played so far this year that have gone into the GIN app. And that's what we're counting. We had a bunch of rounds in March that, obviously don't show up on the GIN. But I'm going to go with 18 for now. I'm going to call that 18? The amount of rounds. Yep.
So I have 24.
Nice.
Did you put in everything from 2 weeks ago?
Yep.
Osiris, Swan, Links of Unionville, Shaker Ridge.
So I had 9 rounds down south, right? Yeah. You had 10, right? I had 2 rounds on the weekend, which is 11. I had 5 rounds that week, 6 rounds that week. So that's 17 right there. And then I think I only had 1 or 2 other rounds in April that weren't that weak. One with Brabham's group and I think a Mike Hine one, but everything else has been practice with the girls. I haven't really got
Oh
that many
yeah,
rounds
that's
in the
right.
count.
Yeah, there was one time I played a round while you were practicing.
You've played more
That
with
I
my
can
wife
think of.
this year than I have, too.
I I have.
Yep, you had a good round with her that counted. So I hear you.
Yeah,
Yep, yep.
yeah.
I probably got a lot more
So I'm at
practice in, but you
24.
got more
You're
rounds.
at 18.
24 to 18. Yep.
Yeah. Um, let's go 30 new courses, 10 in the top 10.
All right. 30 new
So we
courses.
played.
Yep.
So we played Links of Unionvale, which is new, and we played Osiris, which is new.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 5, and then we played Todd Hill Farm and Tobacco Road, which was 10 in the top 10. So that's 2 out of the top 10.
So 20%, and we said 5 of 30, which is what 3 would be 10%. So that's roughly 18%. So
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we made some nice moves in April on some of those basic goals, some of those things that. But again, it motivated me to be like, hey, yeah, we can go out and play Shaker Ridge, or we can play Albany. I'm like, no, 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 I want to go play somewhere we
Yeah.
haven't played. You got to
Yeah.
get those
Yeah.
rounds in. Some people don't play 30
Definitely.
rounds a year, let alone 30 new courses. So
Let's see where we at. 0 handicap. What are you at right now?
So, as expected, and I said it to everybody down in Florida, I'm down there shooting in the mid 90s. I come back, a couple of spring rounds in the low 80s and one in the 70s, and I'm at a 5.1. So, since I started putting in, since I set that goal, I went from a 2.8 to a 5.1. So,
All right.
again, May, June, July, I'll be down. I'll be down after the hurt again. I'll be down to like close to scratch if everything shakes out right, and then it's really what happens, the 20 rounds after that. If I can make some major moves, but it's just
Yeah.
it's gross to see that 5.1 on there, but it is what it is. I put in all my scores. That's what it spits out.
Yeah.
That's what I got. So
So
how about you?
I was a 7.7 last month, and I'm up to an 8.4 right now.
all right. So windy, muddy, cold conditions.
Yeah.
Counting every stroke, calling it a day. So it is what it is. But like I said, the good weather's here. I mean, we're outside, on a night, So
Yeah, man. So next one was for me was my 8.4. I need to get down to a 3 handicap.
Yep.
Identify as a scratch golfer and play straight up and low gross. So I have been playing you straight up.
Yeah.
We've been playing stroke play, which is definitely keeping me in the game a little bit better, which is kind of nice. I did also have shoot par on there. That is yet to happen, but we got plenty of golf left in the year. And then I had 12 eagles. I did lip out an eagle putt at Lazy Swan. That would have been pretty cool, but
Yep.
again, we got plenty of golf left.
I think you and
for
I have to
you-
go over to. I think we have to go over to Green Acres, the home of the 400-yard par 5, and I think there's 2 of them.
Yeah.
Just to give you a
Yeah.
few more whacks at it,
For you, you have new driver on here. How's that going?
You're driver shaming me. I think is the problem. I've been ready to
Okay.
pull the trigger. I was supposed to go on spring break down to see Johnny Winters, and you're like, I can't. You just hit, all these fairways of 90% fairway percentage. I can't believe you're gonna buy a new driver, and you've literally talked me out of it. So, new driver's
Just
not even on
because
the radar
I finally,
right
so for one of my goals was get my distance back, and I started to start swinging a little harder, a little more confident at the ball this year, and starting to get a few yards back there, and then you're gonna go buy a new driver and now drive me again.
now. So so the goal is to get your distance back, not to. Mike, there's 2 ways to have the biggest building in the town. You can build yours high, or you can knock others down. You're a building knocker downer.
A little
You
bit of
know?
both. A little bit of both.
All right.
No.
Hey, long story short, though, is that's not a priority right this second, and you're right about it. It's a sexy purchase. It'd be a lot of fun to get, but it's not a priority. I have other priorities that I think you will see have been met or will soon be met.
Yeah. You also have on here fix the top of your bag. How's
Top of the
that
bag
going?
fixed, done. Check. Put a check mark next to that. So
Do you want to tell
Taylor,
them about it, or do you want to just show them in the next video?
in the next video. But I will say, shout out to TaylorMade Demo Day, and we had a blast. I'm gonna do a 4-hour podcast about my new club. So
All right,
when it
good.
comes in, I'll tell you all about
I'm
the
not
Heinz
in on that
57.
one. I'm not in on
Uh,
that one, and I'm not editing that one.
you don't even have to be in the state that day. I'll take care of
Good.
it. Right? All right.
All right. You also have on here attain and maintain 175.
Yes.
How's that going?
Not good. It's early in the season. It's early in the year. It's early in the season. Bottom line, though, is I'm maintaining a weight that I don't want, and I'm very disappointed about it. And I also understand fully that my scores are better when my weight is lower. And again, I'm not prioritizing it. We're working out. I've missed since I've returned to the gym in
You're-
February. I've missed very few days. I'm really happy.
You are
with
getting stronger. I will give you that. So, in order to lose, I don't know what weight you're at right now. Actually, I should put it on here.
Put
You're
it
gonna
on.
tell me and tell everybody?
I weighed in this morning at a
I saw
whopping
that.
195. Yep.
195.
So which is down, but like I said, not nearly.
But I will
what
say
we-
this: to try to lose 20 pounds and maintain you've actually gained strength over the last 4 months. So in order to do both of those, it's pretty hard. I mean, especially at how old are you? 60?
I'm a beautiful 49. But you know what it is?
49.
I want to desperately just stop eating. I was telling my son this the other day. I said, I know what I have to do, and it's like a pound a week for like 20 weeks, and I'm like, the amount of self-discipline that's going to take. I'm like, I don't think I have it in me right this second, which is terrible to say. And you gave me the diet, and the guy we were following on the diets lost. How much has he lost in the first
30.
months? 30 months.
30.
So I can do the same thing, but it takes so much work to meal prep, to get the right macros together. I know I'm working out well. I know I'm getting stronger. I don't feel bad, but I don't like the way I look on Tuesday tips. So, and I know.
I noticed you didn't let me film one this week.
Yeah, if you're gonna film it from the shoulders up or the knees down, I'm your guy. But outside of that,
You do got good shins.
that's not something you want to hear. hey, babe, nice shins. Bet you don't get splints at all, do you?
All right, so for me, I've been keeping track of the matches that was on here. Keep track of matches versus Adam and Dots. So I got them on here.
By the way, you tied me the other day straight up in a good money match. You know, playing the same tees in the same match. So nice job.
We are actually even on Dots on closest to the pins. You had 3 at Swan. I had 2. Unionville, I had 2. You had 1. And then everything else was usually like back and forth. One of us hits one, another one hits another one. But then I have Wiltwick in there. We both hit 1. Neither one of us hit 5, and neither one of us hit 8.
Yep. You hit 16 with a great shot. Awesome shot.
And you hit 11.
Yep.
I believe.
But no, I didn't hit 11. I took a 5 and
8?
lost my cigar in the same hole.
Yeah,
8 was gorgeous. I missed the birdie putt, which was disappointing.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So I got that on there.
Okay.
So we're neck and neck on there.
Okay.
And then matches, you're kicking my butt, but I'm hanging in. I'm hanging on.
You're
hanging
identifying. You're identifying as a scratch golfer, which I shouldn't
man.
give you so much shit about, and I called you out in front of a group of people the other day, which I still don't feel great about. But
Good.
like I said,
want you to feel bad about that. I don't care. That's what I'm doing, dude. I have to. I have to identify as the scratch golfer.
Share those goals.
What else? That's it for personal stuff. Channel stuff. Let's move on to the channel stuff. We got like 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
First thing is partnerships to continue to grow. How we doing there?
Oh, awesome! Shout out to Caledonia True Blue. Shout out to the
Yes, sir.
Swan. Shout out to all our partners out there. You guys are amazing. And I know I speak for both me and Mike when we say thank you, thank you, thank you for your continued support and partnership. You're the absolute best, especially Caledonia and True Blue. You guys are you guys are awesome.
Todd Hill Farm, Tobacco Road.
Ben Sloan,
It's just
Andrew DeForest. Thank you guys so much.
yeah. Golf League with the shirts.
Scott, Big Golf League, Ken at Custom Wedgewoods. Again, the list goes on and on. I don't want to forget anybody, but you guys you're our heroes, man. You make what we do so much fun, and you make it really worth it. And
Sundog.
And Sundog, get your
I got my
glasses.
Sundogs on.
I see it, man.
All right, podcast to grow.
Yeah.
It is what it is right now. I don't think that's our main source of how we have listeners and viewers. I think YouTube is our main source, so we're gonna have to do something with Spotify and Apple Music and all that stuff. Yeah.
But Mike, here's the thing that blows me away is we can't see it in the numbers. Like especially YouTube doesn't give you like virtually any feedback on like exactly who's watching and stuff like that, like TikTok and stuff. But our long format pieces are on YouTube. It amazes me how many people will come up to me and reference something from the middle of a podcast 2 months ago. And I'm like, oh, you watch? They're like, oh, I watch all the time. And maybe they're just fluffing us out. But what they, by the way, I was with our good friend and super fan Jesse Kazikoff last night. He hit a ball, and he goes, you know what? Before I came out here tonight, I stashed the Volvic Vivid. He goes, I've been playing for 2 rounds.
Nice.
So we know you guys are watching. Hit the damn like button.
Hit the like button.
You know what's funny though?
Subscribe.
I don't subscribe to anything on you. I watch a ton of YouTube, and I don't subscribe to anything. You know, I like the random nature of it. I guess I don't know. So YouTube. So
right.
we got some work to do, but overall, again, it's like you said, it's not a priority. It's good that we do it. It's good we do the long format pieces. It may be a bigger piece of what we do in the future. I know you spend a lot of time with it. We spend a lot of time. I think it's just good practice. So let's keep doing it. And
yeah, we got to keep doing it. And I do have to make it a priority, though. It always is like last on my mind of like posting there and getting it uploaded and everything like that.
It's always
all right, let's move on to some numbers, dude. So our other goal was to grow our socials, 100K total followers. Let's see where we're at. Instagram, we are at 13,039, and that is up. That's up 607 in this last month.
It's so cool to see a 13 instead of a 12. You know, we plateaued on 12.5 for a while. So great job. I know you've been managing that hard, and nicely done. 600 in a month is awesome.
Let's move over to TikTok, dude, because you're handling that. Right now we're at 6,528, which is up 269 in the last month. So that's a 4.3% increase.
Okay.
That's awesome, dude. Hopefully by the end of next video, we're at 7K, which will be awesome.
By the way, we also went over 70,000 likes. And again, they're all organic. I mean, that's just people hitting the watching it long enough to hit the heart button. Yeah. So and
I will be honest, like the main reason why we do so well on Instagram is because our partners are also on Instagram, so we like tag them and collaborate on them. So when courses like Tobacco Road and like Todd Hill Farm like collaborate with us, all of their viewers view the channel, view the video, and then they come over to the channel. And like TikTok, I don't really see that as a thing. Like it's not as big of a thing. So
it's funny because I have to do like a lot of communicating with people on TikTok. There's a lot of, hey, I saw your channel, I liked you. Can you do me a favor? Can you like me on YouTube? Yeah. Here's my link tree. Check out my stuff. It's a lot of hands-on. Where again, when Caledonia shares one of our posts, we're getting their however many thousands and thousands and thousands of
Yeah.
viewers that they have checking out our
Right.
stuff. So if you're one of our partners and you want to collaborate and we haven't yet, do it. Shoot
Yep.
us over one, we'll shoot you over one. Nice.
All right, YouTube, we're at 3,290, which is only up 10 subscribers. So make sure you like and subscribe.
Please.
And Facebook, we're right at the same number as we were last time. So,
All right. So what did we gain in total? About 900 for the month?
So 607 plus 269, which is 876.
Plus 10.
Plus 10 is 886. So,
all right, so 900.
Listen, yeah, 900 in a month. That's our best month so far.
Exactly. So 1,000 a month the rest of the year would be another 7,000, which again doesn't get us to where we need to be. But I like what you said about TikTok's up 4%. If just like compound interest, if we continue to grow at 4 to 5% monthly, 5% of 6,500 is a lot more people than 5% of 6,000 people. And just like we talked about today, I mean, we started 2 years ago with 1,500 followers. So
Yeah.
to be at, so what's that total out at? It's just a smidge under 30,000.
We are at total 25,520. So we're
right.
It says it right here. We're up 886. Sorry.
All right, but that doesn't take in the micro sites like X and LinkedIn and
yeah, LinkedIn you're doing really well on.
There's a few hundred people, but they're business connections. We're not doing anything with X. We're not on with Snapchat or anything like that. So again,
the big thing is like, listen, we're up on impressions on everything. We're up on interactions. We're up on number of posts. We're doing bigger things now. So that was like the main goal of this whole year, is to just keep growing. We got the new drone, which I think we talked about last time.
We got too many drones. We need less drones.
We got 3 drones right now. We need to get rid of 2. So buy your drone.
If you need a drone, reach out to Just the Tips.
So yeah, man, we're just making moves. We got some stuff in the works for basically over the next 6 months. We're gonna have a busy 6 months, man. We're gonna have a busy 6 months that's gonna bring us into a busy 6 years.
Mike, that's a really good way to put it. There's big things happening with Just the Tips. We're just a company that's on the move. Matter of fact, if we were a publicly traded corporation, I'd encourage you highly to buy stock in Just the Tips. You could get in on the ground floor of a global juggernaut that's ready to explode. And I'm not even joking, man. I went back and read something today about like our early mission statement about like becoming the Mr. Beast of golf. At the same time, like I said, things are pointing in a bunch of really good directions. It might not be 1,000% social media, but it's going to be big and it's on the way. So, like I said, what are you going to name our new golf course when we buy 300 acres in Ashboro?
I don't know. Like I think something that has that kind of like Mike Strantz feel to it.
Do you think they'd get away with letting us name it the Maverick?
Maverick Farms.
Maverick Farm Adonia. Bay
Road. That'd be funny.
Yep.
No, I think like the Maverick or Maverick. I don't know. Maverick Links.
That's it. What was we'll name it the Mustache after Mike Strantz. The Stash. Name it the Stash. That's
and then
it, man.
2 holes, 2 of the best holes at each of his courses as like a tribute. That'd be awesome.
Tribute, not replica, but tribute. Yeah, I like that.
Tribute.
So
just the bunkers are deeper. All right, man. Hey, listen.
All right.
We just got to keep rolling. We'll talk to you guys next month, man.
Listen, man, we're on the move. If you want to be involved in Just the Tips, reach out to us. If there's a way to collaborate, if there's a way to help, if there's a way to subscribe, join, like, follow. But you know what, Mike? What the long story short is?
Buy
your shirt. Buy your shirt.
Yeah, buy your shirt.
I'm Adam.
I'm Mike. Just the Tips.
Just the Tips.
Just the Tips.